There's Grandpa Bob feeding Chief. Chief did some really good exercises for me. And so, have you ever seen a horse be fed out of a Ziploc bag before? Well, that's the way Chief likes it. By golly, there's sweet feed in there. I'll show you up real close.
Look at the dog getting it. When Chief drops, dog gets.
Oh, yeah, Sparky likes the crumbs from his master's table. You might just roll that down so he can breathe. He's eating, then he falls over. Well, Chief did some good things. I was trying to teach him how to move his back end around without moving his front end. And I was riding bareback, and we didn't have any bit in his mouth. Because I figure, you want him to act like an ancient war horse? By golly, you should ride him like one, which means no saddle and no bit. I mean, really ancient. Back before they used saddles, they might use a little pad, but they wouldn't use a real saddle because they knew that a saddle would not make a horse's back comfortable. What do you think, Grandpa?
That's great. I think Chief is starting to identify with me as the food man.
I make him work, you make him happy.
Yeah.
That's the way it should be.
He's chowing down pretty good here.
He sure is. I think he should eat most of that, too.
Oh my gosh.
So tell me, Grandpa Bob, what did you think about horses before you met Chief? What was your general impression of horses?
Well, my general impression, let's see. I thought they were dangerous. And they are.
Yeah?
But they're also like giant dogs. They want to know what's going on. They come around and they roll over in the dirt when they're done. And they like to be around each other. You just have to be careful with them when you're around them, that's all.
And how do you be careful?
Well, you don't walk around the back end too close. And if a whole bunch of them get too close to you, you raise your arm up and you shoo them away. And say, get on out of here.
And does that hurt their feelings?
No, they don't mind a bit.
How come, you think?
Because they don't care about people that much. They care about themselves.
That is very true. Horses are used to disciplining each other.
That's right, they are.
And it's not personal. It's not like I hate you. It just is, get out of my way now. And once they get out of their way, they're happy again and they're friends. So they don't really take a whole lot of stuff personally. But you do have to discipline them, and you have to teach them that they are not allowed to bite, they're not allowed to kick, they're not allowed to step too close to you. They have to kind of be respectful around you, and that means they need to respect you.
And you need to keep your hand flat when you're getting close to their teeth.
So you're kind of pushing that grain up so he can get to it, aren't you?
Yeah.
Most people use a bucket and or a feed bag, and I just happen to come in and out so often. I just put it in a baggie, and I don't feed him very much because he doesn't need it. Obviously, he's got plenty of flesh on him. Have you ever ridden him?
I rode him once around this very corral.
What'd you think of that?
I was way up there in the sky, I felt like. I think Chief didn't like somebody this heavy on him.
He said, no, I've got a real adult on me now. I thought I'd show you this. Did you want to see this horse? He says, it's got a mask on. And it doesn't mean he's blind. It just means that his mommy, his human mommy, said, I don't want flies to get on my horse's eyes. Because I don't want him to get all mattery and stuff. You want to be petted, don't you, sweetness? I'm going to pet you right now. Yeah. So he's got a fly mask on. Fly masks are a good idea. I never have used them. I just put fly dope on the horse, and because I just would be afraid that I wouldn't get back and get it off or whatever. Well, Grandpa Bob, should we head on to Todd's Cafe and have breakfast?
We'll go into Gardner, have breakfast at Todd's, and then we'll always get a little extra sausage and eggs for Sparky, who's waiting in the car for us.
Good old Sparky. And he's chewing, oh, he's eating the rest of the grain.
Oh, yeah.
Grandpa Bob, who do you think we should invite to come and see Chief and go to breakfast with us at Todd's?
Well, we got to have Bobby come with us sometime.
Bobby should come with us.
Yes. And they'd love to meet him at Todd's, and Chief would like to have him sit up here right on his back.
Yep.
And
couldn't Mommy and Daddy hold him on? Chief?
Absolutely. Mommy and Daddy will hold him on, or Grandpa will hold him on. You sit right here.
Yep. Okay, that's what we'll do. So, Bobby, you get busy and learn to sit up on your own so that you can sit up on Chief. But for now, that's it, and we'll see you soon.